Hey everybody, Roger Weaver here. This is a little tip on making your own close-up pad. I can't believe I waited this long, especially when I realized that I already had everything that I needed right here in the house to do this. I've already recorded a bunch of stuff on a close-up pad that was just literally coming apart, and I've always been a do-it-yourselfer. Okay, and I owned my own picture frame shop for years, and it would have made this a cinch doing it in the shop, but you can do it yourself, and all you need is a utility knife, some fabric. This is some fabric that my wife actually used on a vest. It's a snakeskin pattern, which made a beautiful vest, but it was very difficult to work with. Turn some extra light on for you there so you can see the pattern here in the mat. Okay, so you have your fabric, you go to the art store and you buy a piece of board. This is a piece that I cut off of this one. This is a 16 by 20 piece. My top here is 14.5 by 22.5. So I don't know if they still make an 18 by 24 or not. I didn't make a trip to the store, so I made do with what I had. Would have been nice to have covered the entire area, but really not a necessity. It's way bigger than anything I would have bought professionally. That would have fit the top, and I still would have had to cut it down. Anyway, the board is made by the press-on people, and it is a piece of board, art board, that has a peel-off adhesive, but it must have restuck itself, okay? And as you can see, it has an adhesive on it. It is made for cross-stitch and needlepoint. And like it says, it's to give the artwork a padded look. Okay, so it'll be in the cross-stitch section where they sell the fabrics for cross-stitch and the supplies that you need, hoops and all that kind of stuff in your art store. Michael's, Hobby Lobby, AC Moore. Okay, so all you do is you cut out your fabric, piece you want, the size you want, bigger than the board that you're going to use. In this case, the fabric was about 2 inches bigger all the way around. And you place the fabric face down, then you place the board on top of it, and you work it down really good after you've peeled off the surface. And then you stretch it as much as you can around the edges. Then you turn it over, and what you'll have is all this will be hanging loose. Okay, let me show you how you make the corners. Okay, so you'll have your board will be face down. This is your fabric. All right, I'm going to turn it over back on this side so you can see the paper better. Okay, so you have this. So what's going to happen is you're going to have you put some double stick tape on here, but you don't pull the tape off yet. So what you have is you have this, and this will be folded like this. What this does is create a triangle here. You pull your board away, or you cut the fabric just about 1/4 of an inch bigger towards the center on each side. Okay? Then you simply cut this away to make a tab. You cut right into the corner there, right into the corner here. Now this is your fabric, right? So then you do that all the way around on your board. That way, when you take the double stick tape and you pull the paper off of it, and you fold it. It'll fold and stick. And you work the material and pull it as tight as you can all the way down so that it's stuck in place. See how that makes a nice neat corner there. Alright, when this is stuck down, then you pull this around the corner here, and it'll do better than the paper as far as laying down flat. And then you take a piece of duct tape and stick. Just tear off a square. Of course, you'll have that already done sitting on your table. And then you simply take a square of the tape and then lay it right down there, face down, as you're pulling everything tight, and then work the tape down. When you've done that on all four corners, then as you can see, you will then run tape all the way around to hold the fabric down extra. So you have the double stick tape under here, and then you have the duct tape on top. And that is basically how you would make a close-up mat. It's funny, I didn't think about it. I was reading the old British publication Magic Magazine, and the guy was saying, I made a close-up mat out of some felt and a piece of artboard and just glued the fabric down on top of it. Well, the nice thing about using this press-on material, like I said, is that it has a deadening. And it makes it easy, of course, to pick up cards and coins and that kind of thing off the surface. And you can make your own out of any color material. If you didn't use fabric like this, you could use moire. That's spelled M-O-I-R-E. It's French, I guess. And it has a grain in it, but it comes in all types of colors. But the black is especially beautiful in black moire. And you could stick that down on there and make something quite unique that wouldn't look like what everybody else has. The only thing is, this doesn't roll up, okay? However, if you got a rubber car mat and cut it to size, you could use spray adhesive, put it on the fabric and the rubber car mat, and work it down and roll it over, and you'd actually then probably just cut it, clean on the edge. In other words, put it on the mat and then cut it to size so that your fabric and everything is a nice, neat edge. And but you could make something that actually would roll up. But for a tabletop like this, this works fine. What I have on here is you can find it at Walmart. It's just a shelf covering, and I just put a little double stick tape there to hold this down so it doesn't run, and it creates a little sticky surface so that this doesn't slide around on it. Make your own close-up mat. Make you something that nobody else has. And there are ways, of course, to gimmicking close-up mats so that you can, do secret things with cards and coins. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, it's a do-it-yourself project, but anybody can do it. Just spend a little time and create something beautiful. This is Magic by Roger, signing off with another quick tip.